I got a new smoker. Let's go check some queens. Five days ago, I made up 2 splits in this resource hive, and I put a brand new Carniolan queen in each side. I have kind of a weird feeling about this side. I'm seeing there's mouse droppings here, dead bees. There's a pupa. It just doesn't look healthy. This is the Russian split with the Carniolan queen. All right, very, very little syrup was taken. Oh, all right, well, we got bees in here. Oh, all right. I guess they're just chilling. Let's see, first things first, let's just make sure the queen is out of her cage and not dead. So one really cool thing about these little resource hive nucs is you can do an inspection on 4 frames. It's really pretty sweet. Won't have any problem finding a queen if there is one in here. Yeah, a lot of dead bees in the bottom. Okay, this is all nectar. There's capped brood here, but that was this was a brood frame that I put in. There's the queen right there. These cells are so dark, it's very hard to see in there. What's going on? This is kind of weird. There's pupa. The pupa are being opened up. Okay, here we go. Odd times. Russians being Russians. No eggs. Lots of eggs. Okay, there are eggs, which means our queen is laying in this frame. Okay. This was a brood frame. So these bees here are emerging, but again, a lot of these pupa are being ripped open and discarded. Not sure what that's about. Did they die and now they're getting ripped out? Here's an emerging bee. 2 emerging bees. Okay, help me figure out what's going on here with the pupa that are being... There's cells are being open, the pupa are exposed, and they're being ripped out. What happened there? This was a full brood frame when I put it in. It had a lot of capped brood on it. And this frame is kind of a mystery too. This frame has got, again, exposed pupa. I do not see eggs on this frame. All right. My first thought is the pupa, maybe something happened and it got chilled or something. It's been really hot though, I don't know. They're ripping the pupa out. I don't know what's going on there. But there are still emerging bees and there's a laying queen. So that is the Russian Carniolan side. All right, this is the new package Italians Carniolan queen. And they've taken almost half of this quart. All right, let's make sure queen is out. So this was a totally empty frame. All it had in it was bee bread, pollen, and they're filling it up with nectar, cleaning it out. These 2 frames were brood frames from the new package. Still haven't emerged yet. Very nice. So new package bees, they're still waiting to emerge. The population will burst when these open up. So they make a tunnel into the fondant and the queen can get out. This was also a brood frame. And there's the queen. She's looking for a place to lay. Okay, let's see if we can find some eggs. Again, this is all like bee bread and pollen and stuff. I thought they'd be cleaning this out to make room to lay. All right, I'm a little worried she doesn't have a place to lay. There's space here. I mean, she could lay in here. These are kind of drone-sized cells, but she certainly could find places to lay. Okay, not bad. Everything's okay. All right, here we go. Checking on our self-made queen splits. I opened this about 5 days ago to check on syrup, and I refed them, but I did not go in. We're gonna check new package side first. Okay, these are walkaway splits. These were made up 12 days ago. So I never ever see mold in my hives, ever. This is right over where the pollen was, so it might be moist here all the time. Yeah, there's mold growing on the pollen. All right, we'll take that out. Mold growing on the pollen. Bye-bye mold, bye-bye pollen. All right, and see, we're 12 days in here, so there should be queen cells. I'm really hoping there's queen cells. There's not gonna be a queen in here yet. Queen would be 16 days at earliest from when I made this up. So we're at 12 days right now. Lots of nectar stored. Storing nectar, emerging brood. There's a queen cell, girls. Again, this is day 12. Just storing a ton of nectar. Oop, there we go. There's one. There's two. And three. Not huge. There's a tiny one right there. 4, 5. So there's 5 queen cells on this. All right, new package hive looks very strong. Not the biggest queen cells in the world, but hey, they look great. There's still brood in here that needs to emerge. They're fanning like crazy. Let's go see Balboa. All right, Balboa hive. They took all the syrup as well in 5 days. Tiny bit of mold up here, but not a lot. Start in here. This was our feeder frame. That is super heavy. I just spilled a bunch of pollen on them, so. But that is a very dense, heavy frame there. Okay, we got a queen cell here. There's one there. Looking good. This is where all the brood was that I put in. Oh, this is like a cell that, there's a cell here with jelly in it. Like they're making another one 12 days later. Okay, that's a little weird. We got a huge one over here. This was a nectar, it's one of those short frames, and look at that. They got a queen cell on the short frame. Developing nicely. I didn't know there were eggs over there though. And then here, they are drawing their comb down, just like I thought they would, which is totally fine and expected. They're filling up the space underneath the medium frame. There's a swarm cup, but nothing in it, obviously. Okay, Balboa has 2 capped queen cells. All right, I gotta come back up here with a little more syrup, but Balboa looks good. Okay, update on the resource hives. The Carniolan queens that we put in are out of their cages. They're laying, and they're off and running. So everything is good in there. Although, actually, the new package hive, I did not see eggs, but she's got tons of space to lay. So I didn't see eggs though. There's a whole empty frame in there. So I hope they figure that out. But the Russian side has eggs, and they look really good in there. The walkaway splits, the original walkaway splits from the Balboa hive, has 2, I'm going to put the number on the screen, I can't remember, 2 or 3 capped queen cells, and the new package had 5 capped queen cells. So they are at day 12, and in the next 4 days or so, probably about the time this video comes out, they will be off on their mating flights, and we will see in about a week or so, maybe week and a half, if we get some eggs in there, and we'll see what happens. So that's the update, and stay around for another very interesting video coming right up. So I always shoot my intros before I do anything. and then I go do what I'm gonna do, and then I wrap it up at the end. But I already know what happened in this video because I already shot the video, so enjoy. This is sort of a lemonade out of lemons situation, crisis, crazy circus that happened, so enjoy.